Hello YouTube, DPlant here, and today I am going to do plant update number 10. As you can see, we have a ton of changes. Just came back from a trip and everything is flourishing. So yeah, let's get started. So right over here we have my new ventricosa. It was flowering, but then the flower died. Now, there are no new dormant nodes coming out yet, but I'm going to wait a little more until it will do that. So hopefully it doesn't die and doesn't produce the dormant node. Yeah. So right over here we have my Spathulata biovata, and as you can see, the picture looks super awesome. Very flared out picture. This one, it was all striped and stuff, but then the peristome turned all red. I like the striped one more than the red peristome one. And as you can see, this one is the oldest picture I got. It's like completely red with green wings and a green lid with some red speckles. And as you can see right over there, it might produce a picture right over here. And I'm pretty sure it'll produce a picture over here. And yeah, this one looks really nice. I think this one's my favorite one out of all my Nepenthes right now. So yeah, really enjoy this one. So right over here we have our Spathulata by Sibuyuensis. And as you can see, the pictures are super tubby, and you can see the Sibuyuensis. As you can see the teeth and stuff. You see that teeth? That replicates Sibuyuensis, and this bottom, it's all tubby and stuff. This represents both Spathulata and Sibuyuensis. And just so you know, you might be wondering why I'm posting this on the DPlantStudios. Well, what I've noticed is that on DPlant's Greenhouse, the other channel, it hasn't been getting much views. So I decided to just post it on my popular channel and just like do everything on there. So therefore I just stopped DPlant's Greenhouse, and then I just continued the DPlantStudios. So yeah, I hope there's no problem with that. So yeah, and back here it has a newer picture. The color is kind of like truncata. See, like the speckled, but the shape is all different. See, look, it's all speckled inside. It's pretty tiny. When it was first getting produced, it was like 1 centimeter, and the lid already popped open. So I thought like it was deformed, so I just gave up on it. But then when I came back from my trip, it became it became this thing. So I'm pretty proud of it. And over here, this picture is inflating, and I think that this one's going to be the biggest out of all. I had a really big picture over here, but it was like crushed and dead, so I didn't really enjoy it that much. So yeah, back here is the really old one. As you can see the picture back there, that is my ventrata, because somebody told me that it was my ventrata. It's not a ventricosa, I don't think. Not a alata, maybe ventrata. And it has there are 2 plants inside that pot, and one of them died because they turned all black and stuff. And yeah, we still have 2 healthy ones, and they are all producing pictures. This one, it just pictures like readily, like extremely fast. So you know, you don't have to wait or anything. It just produces pictures before your eye can blink. So yeah, it's really fast. I love it's a good beginner's plant. And yeah, and moving on to the new one. Over here, I'm not sure if it's new, but this one looks really cool. This is the ventricosa by Aristologioides. Aristologioides, it's the humpback picture plant, and I think it's kind of rare. Mixed with the ventricosa, I think that it's gonna be humpback-like with a flared-out peristome, And since it has ventricosa, I think that it's gonna picture like a ton. As you can see, this one, it was already inflating, but it's kind of still going really slow because it's a new one to my greenhouse right now. And right behind it is my, what is this one? This one is my Sarracenia Abandoned Hope. These like pictures are like huge compared to my hand. Yeah, they're like 2 feet, I think, or maybe 1 feet. I'm not sure. But I love the pictures. Like I went to California Carnivores because that's where I got it. Walked into the shop, and I came there during spring, so they had this sale because I think Chen Li was gonna shoot. But then I had to go back to school during that day, so then they honored me I think it was 20 or 10% discount. And when I walked inside, I just saw a ton of these, and these look so pretty, so I just had to get one. And this one was only $18.75, while the others were like $20-something. So I found this really cheap one, and it was on sale, so I just got it. Yeah, these two are my Ventrata by I think Alata cuttings from this plant. This plant, lots of the mother stems are kind of withering and dying, but then when I cut one part off, like 5 new plants. 5 new dormant nodes are trying to like get out, and as you can see, this one, it's trying to pitcher, but it has no support, so I don't think it's gonna pitcher, but hopefully it does. So anyways, back to here. You know, they're doing okay and stuff. The others died, and the others gave away because I had some friends that I wanted to give it to, and I do have friends. I'm not a loner. And here I have DPlant animensis. It's the same one back here, but then that one was retarded and it died. This one, right over here, it focuses. You can see that has a new node popping out. I hope it's gonna pop out before this black thing, the stem rot, is gonna reach this area. But yeah. And it's just like a stem cutting. I got it for $2 for both of these. So $2 for 2. So $1 for 1, which is pretty cool. And this one, sitting in the pot of my DPlant animensis. This one is my Sanguinea. I love this one because it produces speckled pitchers, and it produces pitchers readily, really fast, and it's very fuzzy and squishy, like that, yeah. And then it produces a lot of liquid. This one didn't catch as many bugs because there weren't any ants at the time this produced. And yeah, so anyways, this one was like its old leaf. This one was its new leaf, which is a lot bigger. This one, I don't think that's as big as that. But anyways, we have, I was so worried about these, but now we have 2 dormant nodes coming out. It was this one and this one right over there, and I was like super worried. I made a whole entire video talking about it. Not really the whole entire video, but I was just blabbering about it, rambling about it. So right over here we have my Sarracenia purpurea, 2 plants in there, and it is starting to pop up for spring. This is like, it's June already, so yeah, it's not doing that well. It's a new plant, so I don't expect much from it. But I put it inside my greenhouse because it likes the alpine climates. Right now it's like 20 degrees Celsius. I think it's incorrect. Right over here we have our Drosera capensis, and it's clumping like crazy. I have to repot it this winter, and it was producing some flower stalks, but then they all died. So I cut them off. And then I was really sad, but I think it's gonna produce more, but I'm not sure. It's not as red because there's not enough sun here, because it's like, look how foggy the sky is. Look how it's cloudy actually. And right over here we have our Drosera adelae. Like these plants, I think it's all dying, but like over here this baby plant, I think it's coming back. This one, like I thought it was gonna do so well, but then it actually started dying, so I hate it. So over here we have our Drosera bellesiana nightmare. This is a sterile hybrid, so we can you can only reproduce it via leaf cuttings or root cuttings, I think. But all the big leaves started dying, and then for some reason it's all fuzzy inside. But it's producing a lot more leaves, and hopefully it gets better. But I took some leaf cuttings from this and put it like in my laboratory over here. And yeah, I'll just show you the leaf cuttings later. And here we have our Sarracenia Dana's Delight. As you can see, none of the pictures are inflating, so I don't know what's happening with this one, and I might have to move it outside because it's getting really tall. But right behind it there is my Sarracenia flava variation Cooperia. That first picture, which is super huge, is like awesome, and then that second picture that's super thin and small is retarded because I don't know what happened, but I hate it. Right over here we have our Sarracenia Judith Hindle, and both the best pictures started withering and dying. And then here is our newest picture, which is retarded. And we have a new one popping up, so I hope that one's gonna look cool. And I forgot to mention the Drosera Binata tea form or something inside the pot of my flava variation Cooperia by Ornata. Sorry, by flava or variation Ornata by Cooperia. I messed up. And then right over here we have our two Sarracenia. Now that I see veins on it, I think that it's rubra, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's a hybrid. I'm just gonna guess it's a rubra, so that's my rubra. And here is my Darlingtonia californica. It's producing tons of new pictures, more coming down the base over there. It's crammed along the pot, and I'm not gonna repot it because I don't want it to die via shock. And over here, our Filiformis California Sunset. It actually died off, but then there's a new leaf coming back that you can't see, but I could see it because I'm God. And yeah, so hopefully that gets better. There's a ton of Utricularia bisquamata in there, so yeah, I'm hoping to get some seed from it and then like start a new colony. And then over here, this tiny plant is Utricularia calcifida. It started off as a big plant, but then it started dying, withering and dying, and it became like a small basil plant. And yeah, here's another plant that came off here. It's not doing too well. The leaf is not coming out. No roots yet. But anyways, here are my leaf cuttings. Drosera capensis in this row. This is like the biggest. This one withered away in algae. This one, these two are my Belizeana Nightmares, which is from this one. And I hope they're going to, there's like 4 plants in there, and this one's a really fast grower. This one grows faster than this one, which is weird because I thought capensis grows the fastest. But yeah, moving to the third shelf. Over here, I got my Nepenthes propagation tray. Like a ton of them died off. I think I need to start potting them off. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, here in the back we have our pot of Drosera capensis seedlings. They are doing well. They are growing pretty fast and stuff. So hope for the best with them. And right over here we have our Cephalotus follicularis, and some sphagnum buds are popping up. And as you can see, the pictures are super small. And there are 2 plants in there, but it's growing super slow. That's what I hate about Cephalotus, but the pictures will look super cool when it grows into an adult and it has roots, because this was a leaf cut. Over here we have our Sarracenia minor that I got from LACPS, CSUF, Cal State Fullerton University of Fullerton Biological Greenhouse Complex. And we got this because there was a meeting, and there was this really nice guy, and he let me have this for free. And there's like a ton of Sarracenia minor inside, so that's cool. I've always wanted to have a minor, but they are really expensive. And the only ones I can find in California carnivores are the Okeephensis Oki Giant, which is like $34 for such a small plant, which I'm not gonna buy. Here are more of my stem cuttings from my Nepenthes Entrada Biolata. Moving down here, this one looks really nice because this is sphagnum that I got from California Carnivores. They were so nice that they gave me like 10 strands, and I just put it all in here and I flooded it, and then all of a sudden like these huge tall stalks started coming up. You can look at this one. This one looks really nice. But then I actually wanted the like when I got it, they were growing like super low, like flat and low. That's what I want from these. But hopefully these will grow super low and stuff like that, because that looks cool. And right over here we have our culture that we got from CSFAUF, and yeah, there's a ton of sphagnum growing around the margins of the pot over here, and it's starting to grow back in these brown spots. I think I flooded it too much or something, I'm not sure, but it's doing pretty well. It looks pretty nice. I hope it's gonna grow bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, moving on to the outdoor plants. Over here we have our Dionaea muscipola dente. This is the Venus flytrap dente form. These flowers I pollinated. This one died before I could pollinate it. This one, I think it's gonna produce seed pods in fall or something. But as you can see, these traps, they don't have the dente form yet because it's spring and it's getting really sunny for some reason. But that's weird. They were supposed to get the dente form already, but when I went to California Carnivores, all of them were basically deformed. Like one lobe was bigger than the other, so it was super weird. But I think that this one is going to get its dente form by summer, hopefully. And over here, I actually saved this guy, and like it came in sphagnum moss, which is not supposed to. But as you can see, like right over there, over here, this one, there's a Dionaea muscipola. I saved it from Lowe's. It was like drying out. Someone put it out in the sun, in the dry area, and the cap was up. So this one was like really dying. The soil was all like dried up and stuff like that. And then I got this one for $150, and it's actually growing back, which is pretty nice. And yeah, moving over here, we have another Dionaea muscipola. It's growing back also. This one's doing horribly. I don't know why my Dionaea grows so slow, but this one, the King Henry, is super awesome. I love this one. This one is like my favorite Venus flytrap, I guess, because the traps are like huge. They're like 1 inch, which is pretty huge, and it towers because the leaves go up and stuff like that, and they get their red tinge really easily. And over here, as you can see, this is kind of disgusting, but it ate a spider. And this was only $7 with the Drosera capensis. I got it from the meeting as well. And yeah, it looks pretty nice. You can just dip my hand inside and get all sticky. Look, stickiness. Hi. And right over here we have our Sericenia rubra subspecies golfensis, and this one is producing seed pods. And also, the pictures on this, they are super retarded. Look at this fold. I just want to pull them apart, but I can't do that. And this one's, the lid is deformed. But over here, I think this one is going to be a lot more better. So if you know why they're producing pictures like this, like the peristomes, the lip is folding in, please tell me why, because this is really weird. This one was perfectly fine. And then here are my two Leucophylas, which are kind of dying, so I'm going to go over them. And over here we have our Labrador, which I put a bunch of leaf cuttings. Belizeana Nightmare and Cape Fences Filiformis died. But yeah, and we have a ton in there, but I'm not gonna take the cap off. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, subscribe for more plant updates and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't make videos last week and the week before that, but I'm going to make it up to you guys this week. So thank you for watching, and yeah, bye!